This is Gravity Throttle Racing. My name is Aaron Tate.
Hey, this is Richard Gere, and you are watching the Group B Rallycross Madness Tournament here at Shavano Mountain Raceway. Now, today is Group 3 out of the 8 groups, and you'll notice that each of the drivers here are beginning with 50 to 53 points. That's very tight.
Let's take a look at the drivers. First up, we have Wes Cosen from Miniature Car Racing with the James Bond number. And next is Dutch Vandershift with Dutch Clutch Racing. Both of those are very familiar, but here is a newbie, and it's Whosoever Will from Triple Cross Racers with the lucky number 7. Finally, it's Dusty Miles with Milestone Diecast Racing.
All right, thank you.
And race fans, I have a complaint now.
What?
Look at this character who loves to write and embellish. Yes, that's him.
Aaron.
He tries to use very sincere language and act like he really cares.
Aaron, he does care. What are you doing?
But he also uses weird words like, why can't he just say essential?
It doesn't mean the same thing.
And here, qualms? What's a qualm? Is that a bird?
No, it's a problem.
Aha, so he's talking about problem birds. I knew it.
Aaron, it's time to focus on the racing, okay? Here's race 1, and the lights are flashing yellow. There's the green light. Race number 1 is underway. Oh my goodness, there's a quick flip over by Milestone Diecast. Dusty Miles is out. Oh, the cars overdrift severely, and they're wrestling around, and look at this. Whosoever Will seems to have the lead as Dutch Clutch Racing is going backwards. Whosoever Will around the big U and looking quite smooth. Uh-oh. Get to the finish line! Wow, that was just too close to tell. And there's MCR, Wes Cosen.
That's right, race fans, and on the instant replay, it is Whosoever Will that noses over just in time. Dutch Clutch takes second, but now let's go back here to Dusty Miles, and you see him get off the track just a little, and he flips over. Out there on lane 4. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the train view. It has come back.
You know, Aaron, I heard there was some sort of contract dispute that Billy wasn't paying this cameraman.
That sure sounds like Billy. But despite Billy's shenanigans, the first race is done. Now, Whosoever Will pulls out in the lead after taking first place in this race. Let's move on to race 2.
Now, folks, if you're not familiar with the racing format, you will see 8 races in all. The cars have rotated. Closest to us is Whosoever Will. And on the outside is Dusty Miles as Wes Cosen just goes crashing down. That was spectacular. We've got to see the instant replay. There's a good drift, but way out on the lead is Dutch Clutch. And Dutch is through the tunnel and on his way down runway 3. So he has left the competition far behind. Okay, I just saw Whosoever Will in the background. First place will go to Dutch Clutch. Here comes Whosoever Will. Now, here we're spinning around. That's going to be Dusty Miles in third place.
And race fans, you gotta watch Wes Cosen as he does some gymnastics over the creek jump. Now, he didn't quite land where he should have landed. He's out of the race. That's a good drift, but that wasn't good enough for a flame. And Dusty Miles will not cross over the train logo. See the lead. Oh, and Dusty Miles spins around there through the S-turns. That's why he took third. So the leader is Dutch Clutch Racing with 1 point advantage over Whosoever Will. He leads with 60 as we go to race 3.
Here we are now, race number 3, and if you noticed in the scoreboard, all the drivers have finished at least once. But let's see if all of them will finish here as race 3 is, there it is, underway. A nice start by Dutch Clutch. Oh, and Whosoever Will just immediately rolled over. Comes Dusty Miles on the drift turn, but now he's caught behind a bit. Makes it over the jump. I don't think he crossed the logo. And MCR, that is Wes Cosen, has the lead. Here comes Dutch Vandershift in second. Wes is going to hold it together nicely. Comes through, Dutch in second place. Oh, there's Dusty Miles. He's high-centered it on the ridge, and now he's snarled up with that weed, that tumbleweed.
Well, it looks like today the creek jump is taking victims to the full extent. There you can see Whosoever Will already upside down, and he just kind of leans up against the snowbank. There's a nice jump over the train, but so far, none of the drivers have collected an extra point for jumping the logo, or a flame for that matter, for a great drift. look at Dutch Clutch Racing, and Dutch Vandershift leads with 63. Let's go to the last race before the commercial break.
Yeah, it looks like most all the drivers are hit and miss. However, Dusty Miles has got the short end of the stick right now with only 2 points added. He is in lane 3. Dutch Clutch Racing has finished all 3 races so far. Here they go, and everyone clears the jump. Through the undulation in the snow, it's Dusty Miles first down on the Joker lane. Oh, there's some overdrifting. Whosoever will is holding it together, but Dutch Vandershift manages to pull out in the lead. There's Dusty Miles in first. Wes Cosen, he hit the wall. Here comes Dutch, pulling into second place. And right now, I don't see the 4th driver. First place will go to Dusty Miles. Dutch will take second. Here comes MCR. Wes Cosen, he'll be in 3rd place.
Now Dutch enters the drift, and he's spinning all the way backwards, but he gets a nose forward. Whosoever will holds it together. Now he would have gotten a flame, but after he jumps over the trains and rounds the first turn, he face plants it into the sidewall. There, out in the distance, you see Wes Cosen is having trouble on the runway again. Dutch Clutch pulls ahead into second. Dusty Miles takes first, a well-needed 5 more points. The leader is Dutch Vandershift. He has finished all the races, taking 3 second-place finishes and a first place. Let's go to commercial break.
All right, race fans, we're back now for the second half of this Group 3. The cars have shuffled in a little different order this time because they're going head-to-head at one point on the track. On the outside is Whosoever Will, and I think I just saw Wes Cosen do a front flip with a half twist. And oh dear, Whosoever Will had trouble on the drift. Dutch is in the lead again, and first onto runway 3, right behind him is Dusty Miles. Dutch is pulling out a slight lead, and Dusty Miles is just, well, he was spinning around creating a dust devil. First place goes to Dutch Vandershift, and second place will go to Dusty Miles.
Race fans, the last time that Wes Cosen was in lane 2, he did something pretty spectacular, but this was even better. Look at this. As he is doing a front flip, executing a front flip with a half twist. You know, Richard, I wonder if he thinks that there are extra points for pretty zany stunts that have never been attempted before.
I know, Aaron, should we give extra points for stuff like that?
If we're going to give extra points like that, Speedball then should have got 20 extra points in the last rally tournament he was in.
Okay, well, the answer is no then. Let's move on to race 6. Dutch Vandershift on the outside, lane 2, Whosoever Will, Wes Cosen in 3, and closest to us, Dusty Miles in lane 4. This is race 6. They are off, and a bit of a bounce there by Dutch, and in the lead, and now on his backside is Wes Cosen, and there's some drifting issues up top as Dusty Miles is just said goodbye, everyone. I did see Dutch back there kind of regain his composure, so we should see him coming around. Nope, we don't see him, so... Oh! A barrel roll! Oh, Aaron.
Duke the barrel roll. Duke the barrel roll.
All right, that's
Do
Dutch.
the barrel roll. And Richard,
Yeah?
we've got to give him extra points.
No, we don't have to.
There was a nice big hop by Dutch, but he regains control, and Dutch finishes again. And at the bottom of the screen, you see Wes Cosen on his backside. Now keep your eyes on Dutch as he's in reverse and squeaks on by Whosoever Will. He continues down the track, and he will finish and take second place. He leads with 74 points, and Dusty Miles has bumped up to 65 now.
Well, take a look at Whosoever Will and Wes. They both have hit a cold streak. Let's see, Whosoever Will, now he's off of the drift lanes. That seems to have given him problems. He's in lane 3. And Wes Cosen is closest to us. Race number 7 is off. And wait a minute, Whosoever Will, is he taking a late start? The other 3 have cleared the creek. How about the drifting? That's not bad, but they're both in reverse. It looks like Wes, I think both of those guys over the jump have hit the train logo. We're going to find out for sure as Wes is first around the big U. Today, the Joker lane has been the faster lane, and Wes proves that to be true. He breaks 24 seconds. There is second place. Smashing through is Dutch in third.
Hey, Richard.
Yes, Aaron?
Yeah, this is Whosoever Will, and you see Billy?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Billy forgot to unlock the parking brake, so they're going to give Whosoever Will a free run down the mountain if he finishes. Well, he'll be the 4th finisher. He'll get 1 point.
Okay.
And there's no chance for extra points down the Joker lane, as he is So far so good, making his way down the runway.
So Aaron, what was Billy doing in his car to begin with?
Oh, well, Billy is offering a new service where for $25 each race, he will drive the car up to the starting gate.
Oh, I see. Up to the starting gate, and then for $25, he'll lock your parking brake so you can't get off the starting line.
Well, yeah. Okay, I understand, Richard. I don't think he'll offer that service much anymore. There. And there. Both cars go over the logo, and they will each get an extra point. And here is the train view where we see Dusty Miles just squirm right on ahead of Dutch. So, apparently every driver finished the race this time, and we have one race remaining. Clearly in the lead is Dutch Vandershift.
Folks, let me remind you that our current leader, after the first 3 stages of this tournament, is Crazy Canuck with 88 points. So there's no way any of these drivers will finish ahead of him. The good news for Dutch is that he will win a Spectre. Ouch! And there went Dusty Miles right into the snowbank. What I was going to say was that the good news for Dutch, who has the lead right now, is that he will win a Spectre Flame Hot Wheel. He has collected the most points out of these 4 drivers, and he has the lead. Right behind him is Whosoever Will. Look at that, right on his tail. They come onto the scrambler, and Dutch is spun around, but look at the way he keeps his speed up, and he will take first.
Race fans, are you tracking? Well, let's track Dusty Miles. He hits that snowbank and flips into the other lane. There is the train view, and I'm so glad we're paying the cameraman in the train as they go onto the scrambler. Even though Dutch spins around, he will take first place. What a day it's been for Dutch Clutch Racing and Dutch Vandershift, who has 82 points, and the other 3 have finished in the 60s.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being a part of Gravity Throttle Racing, and the excitement continues next week. But first, Dutch Vandershift with Dutch Clutch Racing. He finished all 8 races and collected the most points today. Congratulations. We'll see you next week for Group 4 of the Rally Madness.
Are you tracking?